Hello, hello, hello. How are you tonight? I'm sharing links and I will be right there. Um, let's see who else hanging around. How is everybody doing tonight? Hopefully, the stream will be a little bit faster tonight than it has been the last couple of nights. Hopefully, we get a lot of people's comments and such. Hi, Kathy. How are you? How have you been? We give everybody a little bit. Oh, I've been doing good. Giggles is close to being back to normal. I mean, she's still got a little itchy and scratchy, still some nerve pain, that type of thing. But overall, she's doing a lot better. But it's been a week, so she doesn't have any open areas or infected areas. So that right there is a blessing enough. Oh, hi, Nettie. Tell Nathaniel we said hi. Yes, exactly. That's how I feel. No infections is a good thing. I will tell her. She'll be super excited. Hi, Janet. How are you? I got your lovely card today, which I would have posted a picture and all that, but I'm going to do all of them together as one video. So I was giving everybody a chance to get here. How is everybody doing tonight? Hi, Beverly. How are you tonight? Oh, I am doing good. It's we actually have storms coming in and rain and you know that wonderful arthritis. But other than that, I'm doing good. We give everybody time to get in. Oh, I know, man. With the rain, I've got it in my hand tonight, and man, it's just killing me to grip anything. And I don't know if I've like overdid something today when I was working. Like I've held something, or I mean, I did do some inking and um, using a stapler a lot and stuff. So I don't know if like I've done something and that's irritated my hand, or if it's the weather or what's going on. But my right hand, I mean, it just hurts just even to close it hardly. It's pretty crazy. But we'll give everybody a little bit of time to get in here, and I'm pretty excited. Got some things we're doing tonight. So we'll get everybody in here and get started. I have been busy today. Hey, Mindy! And I don't know how bad the lag is, so we will see. Hopefully the lag will not be that bad. I've been busy today. I did all this today. So I was pretty happy with that. You can see all my pretty colors. But I got to play it, well, me and Giggles, because she's feeling a little bit better. So we got to playing some and goofing around, and so we ended up doing all of these today. I think there's close to 60. Counting the few that I did last night. Let me find the ones I did last night. I think I put them in here too. Yeah, they were back here. Let's see. Let me pull out the ones we did last night. Yep, see, we did these last night. I did 3 of the yellow ones last night. And 2 of the lighter greens. They're sort of a minty green color. So we did those last night. So, I mean, we did 5 last night. Hi, Brenda. How are you, honey? I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? I think we spent maybe an hour and a half. And I did all of these in an hour and a half. So you can do them, and they build up really fast. So I'll have a ton, but I did different styles. So I'll sort of show you the basic styles because, I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory. If you watched the ones last night, they're pretty much the same, just different shapes. So we'll give everybody a couple more minutes. But there's all kinds of different ones. Let me try to sort of separate these a little bit into piles. I think most of these are the little ones like we were doing. Let's see, that one's different. That one we did, that was the same. See, those are the same. That was a little different. That one's right, but I did it backwards, but it's pretty much the same. Hello, Paula. How are you, honey? Oh, have you snuck in and out? We'll see you. You got to yell hi. I miss seeing people. How are you today, Paula? I'm trying to sort these. They're all pretty much, some of them are all the same. Different styles. Oh, honey, yes, it is hot everywhere, but we got rain coming in. So it started cooling down a tad bit, but shoo, it is crazy hot. Let's see. There's another one. He's just a big chunky. Yes, I love Janet's bee journal. Oh, it is amazing. Absolutely love it. That goes over there. Oops. Goes over there. Okay, so I'll sort of show you, what we're doing. Of course, if you were here last night in last night's video, I did these a little different. Some of them were different. These are just the little rectangle notepads to put on your pages. And then I did the little fancy ribbon style, which I sort of like. I really like the way, the staggered look. Oh, I know, Paula. That's how we were. We were getting ready. I was getting ready to literally start hauling water to the garden, which is crazy because we've got pumpkins and watermelons and tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers and corn and onions and all that stuff. So our garden is about a quarter of an acre. Maybe a little bit bigger. So yeah, I did not want to have to haul water. So these are the ones I did in the little style like we did last night. Some of them I didn't go and ink around the edges, although, obviously it could really use inking. And then some I pulled to the sides and sort of separated them a little. Some are straighter. So, there's just, I did dark coffee dyed with light coffee dyed. So these are all pretty much standard the same. But these look great just on a page in a journal. So we did that style. So I did I did multiple colors. What I did is my paper that I dyed, I took 3 pages of each color. And I just, these are, let me see, 2 inches. So I just sectioned off. I put 3 pages together or 2 pages together, how much ever you want to put together. And then I just cut them off in 2-inch sections on the 11-inch side. Then just, cut them so it worked that way. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, did you? So I did those, which was nice to get those stocked up. I did some of the longer ones. Hey, Joetta. I did some longer ones, not a lot, but just, to add to there. I did a wider one and just sort of cut it, in different layers. So that works. And I did this one. I sort of cut little flags and just layered them differently. So it sort of added a different look. I took the straight ones and just sort of, scattered them sort of, side by side. So different ones showed. Of course, these I just folded and put in there. That needs to be trimmed up a little bit. So that was sort of some different ones that I did. And let's see. Oh, I did a couple. I did do one big green one. These are my green. These are, well, they're not real. They're not eco dyed. I use tea and I have a Ninja, the little small Ninjas you use to make slushies and juices and things like that. I found one at the thrift store because I have a big Ninja blender because there's so many of us that I can't use the small ones. And I actually gathered dandelion leaves and plantain leaves and put them in with some water, about half and half. I, squished tore the leaves up in my little Ninja. And it's one of the ones with the hand ones you push on top. I filled it about half full of green items. And then the other half I filled with water. And then I ran them through there till it just chewed them up till they were pretty much like dust. And then I took that, I put that in a stainless steel pan on the stove and boiled it. And let it boil so it pulled all that green out of the leaves. I actually ran them through the little Ninja to break them up so they would work better. Then I ran them through coffee filters. I ran all that through coffee filters, so all of the broken down leaf bits and all that didn't get into my dyeing. And I actually had to strain it about 3 times to get all of it out because some of them were it was just so minute by the time it boiled down. And then I had tea stained my paper already. Then I dipped it in the water, and that's how it got like the green on it. So it was pretty cool. So it's sort of a different version of eco dye, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. And then I did a couple small ones with some of my really, really dark brown paper. And let's see. Then I did some more short ones. There's some of my emerald and my yellow. There's my purple. And the purple I used, and some of it, let me see if I can find a piece. Some of it has darker and lighter. I did this out of the Easter egg, the liquid dye that comes in the Easter egg, and I used the indigo and the red and mixed it and stirred it up really good, put some water in it, and mixed it together really well with a whisk, and then poured it in my pan. Hi, Mom. And so I did those, and then I was playing around with one of my punches, and just to sort of see, what it would look like, which would look really great, I think, if you layered it and you had like a color page and a blue page. Like if you did this one at the top, cut it short, then do, like for a long one, do some coffee dyed paper, and then, have it maybe cut right here, and then have this page longer and have the brown, and then come down with the blue, because the blue and the brown looks really good together. But I was just playing around to see what that did. And of course there's some more of the green, some more of the regular tea dyed. So I did, and what I did is on these ones, the sort of long ones, I wanted them to be shorter than a whole page. So I cut them off. So what I did is I cut about 2 inches off the page. So when I put this in a journal, let me grab a page. Okay. When I put them on a journal page, they're short enough that they can fit on the page really well. So see, put some lace on there, some buttons, and you've got an easy decoration that's already made, basically. So I love having that, and you've got the extra paper to journal on. Or, you can, because of where it's stapled, you can just pull, cut it off, rip it off, rip pieces off, whatever you want to. Oh, cool, Beverly. So, but these big ones, I cut about 2 inches off the bottom, and then that 2 inches I took and turned this way, put a topper on them, and now I have a little stubby, which these are great to put on, on belly bands. They can fit on belly bands. So, you could actually do layered if you wanted to. If you're doing, this is a small pocket, but if you're doing a large pocket. And one thing with these I thought would be really, really cool. Let me grab. Okay, so like this is a short stubby tag that I made. See, isn't it pretty? And it's got some paint splatters, some stamps, some sprays, just a little bit of everything on there. But these would be really cute to put as a tag backer. Ooh, that sounds good, Janet. But yeah, these are small enough that I think they would be really cute as a tag backer. So you have a tag in there that you have decorated, throw it in there, flip it over, and you've got a ton of journaling room on the back. Because a lot of times with tags, you just have the back and that's it. So I think those would be adorable on the back of a tag. Just an idea. Or even like these are some of the store-bought tags. You guys remember when I showed you these that I found at Tuesday mornings? And of course, they're white on the back. So ink them up. And these little minis would fit on there just perfect. So, And this tag, just to give you an idea, this tag is 3 3/4 by 2.5. So, I mean, how cute is that? You mean put a little lace across the top and do it? I like it. Okay. So I made, and me and Giggles kept calling these the little cuties because they're so cute. And, some I didn't even measure. I didn't care if they were sort of, layered or anything like that. So I did a little green one. And this one, I just had the pages, and then I just, cut one off about 1/4 of an inch down. So it gave it a little layered effect. So, again, this one's a little wide, but you can make it smaller. This would look great on the other card, though, because it's a little chunky card. So, yeah, see, that would look cute on there. Hey, Lori, how are you, honey? So, I think that is so cute. So I did that. And we did some really short stubbies. These were some teeny tiny ones that I had left over for some other things. I mean, how cute are those? And the little blues and greens. And this was just, I'll show you that in a minute. That was a completely different idea. How you feeling, honey? Did your shot help any? I've been thinking about you. Then I did some sort of fat stubby ones. Chunky stubby ones like me. And there's some more narrow. So, I mean, there's just a variety. This just happened that I had these pages sitting around. These happen to be too shorter. So I just, kept them that way. And there's some green ones. And there's one. I had 3 pages. They were just scraps that were different sizes. So I just sort of cut them and layered them in there like that. And then there's a big purple one. I love the purple one. So we did those. Let me put the short and stubbies up. No short and stubbies. And I'll tell you what, you create something and it gets your mind going. So we're doing the short and stubbies, and I made this one. And this one's teeny tiny, but it reminded me of a matchbook. And I went, oh, wait a minute, let's do that. So then we did these, and well, there's this, this one's, yeah. We did these. Oh, yeah, maybe you wake up in the morning and everything will be great. That would be nice. We did these, and I just took one of the pages, basically folded it like in a third, a little bit bigger than a third, not quite half, then folded the top down with this to provide a little lip, which, I mean, you wouldn't necessarily even have to do this. I just wanted to give a little bit more security to it. So it opens up and you can, but I sort of liked this because this sort of held, but I could put lace or whatever up here. So we did some of those. And then I decided I wanted to try a bigger one or a smaller one that sort of had that matchbook look. So it opens up like that and folds in there. So we were playing with those. And I thought those were really cute. So yeah, all together, I think, like I said, we ended up with 60 some that we did. So there's a bunch. So I can add those to my drawer. And now, when I need a little notepad, I have them in all different colors. I can just literally reach in my drawer and pull them out. So then I was thinking, and oh yeah, I did some of these. Yeah, I showed you those. I did different. And I just threw them in this little box that I had until I get them in my drawer. So they were easier to show you guys. So let me put these out of the way. Okay. So I was thinking, and we were talking about building up ephemera and that type of thing. And I actually seen a video. I know, right? So I was watching a video, I think one day last week, and I was watching, I think it was Scrapbooking for You. No, Scrapbooking with Me. Sorry. Scrapbooking with Me is what it was. And I seen one of her videos and she was doing some stuff and I was like, oh, I've got to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. And so what I've did is I have all of these. You guys remember my file folders that's got the little, tab on the side that scares everybody. So I've got one of those and I'm just covering it. And this is just white glue. This is actually art glitter glue. And I'm just doing a super, super, super light coat. So it goes really far. So it's not too bad. And I'm just, putting it on there. It doesn't even have to be everywhere because this is going to get resealed. So I'm not super, super worried about it. And then what I did is just like she did in her video, I was like, ooh, I've got so much scrapbook paper and some of it I just don't like at all. You get a pack or especially if you get like one of the mixed packs, like from Walmart or something like that. And some of them are they're just not my cup of tea. Do you see what I'm saying? Like color wise. So I went through and they were really thin sheets and I didn't want, how do I say? Because they were so thin, I didn't want to use the thin ones. I wanted them to be more sturdy. Because what I want to do is, make some tag bases. So, hi, Jackie. How are you, honey? So I'm just going to trim this off where I stopped. And, I'm not worried about the back. Because the back I can glue stick with tea-dyed paper and then sew it. So, I'm happy with that. I'm just worried about the front right now, but I used just sort of some pattern scrapbook paper. Like this is sort of like a basket weavy color and this is a brown and pink check I just really don't care for. And then let me grab down here. I have some scrapbook pages and stuff because I want to use some book page. So, and I just got random pages. I don't care, what they are. So I'm going to pull that out and give them a second. Because I want to pull out, just like some random music page. And I'm using this underneath, so I'm not using like any super expensive. It's this Mozart book that I got. It had like 400 pages. I got it for like $1 because it was 50% off. So it's just sort of concert music, but it works great, to use as a background. So I'm just going to tear the edge off here because I don't like my edges. So I'm just going to sort of haphazardly place some of this in places just to add some, something to the background. Hi, Steph. How are you? Hi, Susan. How are you, honey? Haven't seen you for a while. I know it's hard with people. A lot of people, being back at work and all of that. It's, sort of takes some time. And again, I'm just randomly placing this. It doesn't really have to be in any certain area. And I'm going to go through with some text too. Oh, yeah, we're doing good. Hi, Marty. Honey, I was thinking about you today. You was on my mind. Everybody's been lurking and they don't come out and say hi to me. Nobody wants to say hi to me no more. I know, Marty, right? It's like, okay, every one of you. Okay. And I'm just randomly putting some text on here. I'm not even worried what it is. I'm just sort of laying it out, making a nice cover, adding some stuff to the background. You like to lurk? I do too. I want to lurk. You know what? I think I'm going to tear that and put just a bigger piece of text there. Let's see. Am I happy with that? Yeah, I think, except I think I need some text in there. Okay. Works for me. So, let me grab my brush again. And I'm just going to take my glue and throw some down. I'm not really going to worry about this because I'm going to be putting some over it. So if it's not all the way down, it doesn't matter. I just want to get it sort of in place where it'll stay while I'm adding to it. And I'm not worried, about it being perfect or anything like that. It's going in the background. So there's no worrying about it other than, if there's something you don't want to show through. Yes. Yeah, me too, Steph. I would like to listen to me. No, I'm just joking. I don't want to listen to me. I like listening to other people when I work. That's what I was doing earlier. And I mean, I was just trucking because, I didn't have to stop and think. And it was so I have made up my mind that I'm going to take personal crafting time because I don't just get to like I did today. And I mean, look, do you see what I got done? Because I took time and just done it without thinking, well, I need to be doing this and I should do this and I should do that. I was like, okay. Oh, all packages went out today. And because, I'm the evil leader. I'm the evil leader and I didn't, because I said, are you making fun of me because I said, I will say, a lot. That's like my word today, apparently. Lori, what are you OMGing about? Am I just, because I'm just, what are we umming about? Somebody tell me what we're umming about. Are you talking about me? I am. And what was I going to say? But yeah, just, crafting and listening and not really paying attention, while I do whatever. And so you guys have no idea how much thought and effort, but yes, all of my packages went out today. And my evil leader, an evil leader. I was an evil leader because all of the Christmas stuff, and I've had my cards. This is no joke, you guys. I've had my cards done for a week and a half and just managed to get them mailed today because I have not been. Oh, okay. I say all the time. So, but yeah, yeah, I've had them ready and just not got them to the post office until today. So I got them all to the. I got all packages shipped today. You guys, I have been trucking. And I think it's because I get so been out of shape worrying about everything and I'm just doing. I'm not stressing about it. I'm just doing it. And, I had a blast today. And we got so much stuff done. Well, Giggles, she didn't really do anything, but she sat there with me. know. But yeah, I really felt bad because, I know I was late and I felt so bad. And it just, because I'm one of those, I've been in groups before where, leaders will do like swaps or whatever, and they just never I actually got things done. Okay, so I've got this pretty much in the background. I've got music, I've got words, I've got my scrapbook paper. Um, I gotta quit saying And my kids are doing great. Let's see. Of course, Giggles is 100% better. I mean, she's still not back to normal as far as like, being active and all of that, but she is doing better. Oh, well, thank you, honey. I'm not done yet. I am not done yet. I am just starting. Um, 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 um. See, nobody thinks about that unless I say something, and then everybody's like, "Oh my God, she says a lot." Okay, so y'all know what? I am going on top of it with a napkin. I just have to figure out which one I want to use. So let's see. No, I don't want to use that. I don't want to use that one. Ooh, that one might look really pretty on there. I don't know. Let me see. I want to use a naturey one. I know that. Ooh, that one would look really pretty on there, I think. No, yeah, because it sort of has the red in it with the pink, and it's got the orange. Yep, we'll do that one. And I think, don't quote me, but I believe this napkin came from Cheryl Emery, I believe. Well, Marty, I do when I think about the fact I'm saying it. If I don't think about it, I won't say it as much. It drives me crazy. Okay. And let me see. Let me grab a piece. Okay. And then what I do is, y'all have seen me use my Suquane score tape before. What I do is, when you're doing something and you have that little extra piece left over, just that little edge, just because I don't like to waste things. Keep a piece of wax paper or parchment paper and just drop the little scrap on there when you have it. Then when I need to do a napkin tear, I just reach on there and grab a piece of that. I'm not wasting, you know what I mean? Because I'm just reusing a scrap I would have thrown away anyway. And that saves having to buy your tape or whatever. Oh, that's okay. I just talk the way I talk. It's because my parents didn't teach me better. What do I need to stop, Lori? What do I need to stop? Yes, I love this napkin, Paul. It is gorgeous. She sent me some of the most, oops, I stuck that right on top there. Some of the most gorgeous napkins. Dorothy, she is so smart. Who's smart? Not me, man. I'm just kept it. And then I'm just going to go right over top of this and Mod Podge. And all my little pieces around the edges and stuff, I will add. And then if I need to add extra napkin over here and cut it off, I will. So, and I'm using my matte medium because it dries really fast. And I like the fact it dries really fast. Oh, wow. Yuck. Wendy, that's... And I'm not worried about, getting this in here too much because like I said, I am going to glue it down and then I'm going to cut it into tags and I will be sewing around the edges. So I just need to get my napkin stuck. Oh, this is one of those junky file folders that I had. And this is just scrapbook paper. But it was like scrapbook paper that I really didn't like. So I didn't want to really use it for any projects or whatever. It was just sort of, you get really pretty paper and you always get those sort of not so pretty, papers with it. And this napkin's pretty busy. There's not a lot of empty spaces, but it will show through. You guys will see when I get done. Yep, and I had all those side pocket file folders. And a lot of times, we have a lot of file folders sitting around. When I do altered file folders, I tend to use the ones, that have, things on each end. So I cut the middles to use for covers and such. And so I just figured I'd use some of those. And then I'm just taking my hand and rubbing it down. I'm not worried about wrinkles because I sort of like the wrinkles. I know, right? What are you supposed to do? You have those ugly papers that, okay, you guys gonna tell me that you guys all don't get ugly papers in your pack. And you're like, sort of like, what do you do with them? They're like horrid pattern papers that you can use, but it's like you end up with this insane amount of them because you don't want to use them on anything. At least I do. Now, if you guys use them, that's fine. And I've been using mine that I had to do jelly prints because I don't like them, but I mean, the paper is a good quality paper. Some of it's cheap. Oh, I hear you, girl. This is a matte medium jar. However, the matte medium that is in this jar, I made. So, and I'm not worried about, I like the wrinkles in there. So I don't worry about them. I like inking over those wrinkles and, it just creates like an additional layer. Yeah, the only problem with that, Elizabeth, is I wouldn't use these. And I mean, I realize that, we each have our own taste. It's just, those are not colors that I would use. Even for a picnic tablecloth, I would not. I'm more of a flowery type tablecloth with a doily over top of it. There you go. I love you, Lori, too. I love wrinklies. I love the imperfections of things. Okay. Oh, and let me give a shout out to Ron and all the men out there who have to listen to my horrid voice and listen to me talk about all kinds of chaotic stuff. My husband was like, you need to thank those men. They put up with listening to you. I was like, yeah, I'll thank them. I know, right? I have tons of gorgeous napkins, and I end up, my napkin, and this is just me, I end up, Mod Podging them over, cardstock or whatever, text paper. But and I'll show you in a minute up close, and you'll be able to see a little bit more. And especially when I go over top. And I'm just going to use this little piece here along the edge here. And then like I said, when I go over top with this, yeah, I actually really, now this is just my personal preference. I really, really, really like doing mine like this. And like this little strip right here where you'll be able to see, you can see where, it was separated. And that's fine because I'll cut this into, because it's about a 1-inch strip. So when I cut it, I'll cut it into, oh, well, that's sweet, Ron. Thank you. What I'll do is I'll cut this 1-inch strip, or even this one next to it, up, and I'll make belly bands, or like the little mini tags, put a little grommet in the top, hang a charm from it. It'll look so cute. You're so sweet, Ron. What a sweetie. Okay, now I like using this for my base underneath, because it does give a little bit more texture to it, and I like feeling that texture through the napkin. And I need to, let me rinse this out, and I will tell you guys what I'm using here. And some people may go, what? You're doing what? This little white container here that I'm using is art glitter glue. And I love it because you know how fast art glitter glue dries. It runs across the napkin perfectly. It creates that sort of see-through barrier that we're used to with Mod Podge. It dries because of the way that it's made, and with the things that's in it, it dries and almost gives like a hardened shell. It dries super fast. I can hit it with my blow dryer, my heat tool. I just ripped that because I'm trying to hurry here. You do need to make sure you get it all. I pulled it from the side. That's where I didn't get it down the first time. Hold on, let me pay attention. And then I'm just going to brush this on, and it dries. It'll dry clear. It almost gives like a lacquer type finish, because, of what art glitter glue has in it. It's on the edge where I didn't glue the edge down good. See, make sure you glue that edge down, guys. It's okay because I don't mind if that sticks through. I don't water mine down, and I'll tell you why. I don't water mine down because, you know what, I'm not even going to worry about the edge. I'm just going to cut around it, because that's my fault. Let me go through here and make sure I got this side down really good. I don't water it down because it builds moisture underneath of it, and that makes it take forever to dry. Not only that, but with the moisture is what causes a lot of the stickiness in Mod Podge. And I actually got told that by a person that works for the company that makes Mod Podge. So I like mine having like a lacquer over top of it. And like I said, this looks like a lot of our glitter glue. It's not. You would be surprised how little is in there. And if you find there's a little spot that you didn't get down, like right there, then I just take and poke a little bit in there. And I don't worry if it peels off in places, I don't mind that sticking through. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not like I'm looking at that whole sheet. You know, a little bit of the pattern paper coming through, you know, adds a little bit of texture to it, but you don't want to see the whole page. You know, I'm not a check person. I do not like checks at all. I don't wear check clothing. I don't think I've ever owned anything checked in my life until my 18-year-old son bought me a blanket for Christmas that has checks on it. And that was like the first check thing that I've owned that I'm aware of. I just don't do checks. My mom may have dressed me in some ugly checks when I was a kid. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, I'm sure she dressed me in checks. I was born in the 70s. Yeah, so I'm just going over top of it. And like there. Now I'm going to be Southern. I've been hanging around Lori too long. Get that Georgia drawl. Yes, bank checks. I like checks. I like the bank checks. And like I said, I'm going to sew around these. You got to be careful. I'm just trying to hurry you guys, which is probably not helping because I want to do more than just this one. But see, like that has the music through it. So that's going to be gorgeous. And, you know, if you slow down and take your time, you know, and if you wanted to add water to it, you could. Like I said, that's up to you. I don't. And that's just me. Oh, see, I like polka dots. I don't wear them, but I like polka dots. I'm a more of a solid. Honestly, guys, I'm too fat. I'm too heavy to do polka dots or checks. I look like a clown if I wear polka dots, and I look like a tent if I wear checks. So, yeah, but I do like small polka dots, especially in like papers and things like that. I love polka dots. I love chevrons. I've never been a check person, and I don't know why. Now, I don't like checks, but I do like plaid. If it's like Scottish plaid, I love Scottish plaid, Irish plaid, you know, like kilty type stuff. I love that. I just, yeah, don't like checks. And like these boxies, the things, I don't like those. So that was just but I probably picked a lot of pattern papers to use that you guys might like. You know, and I think that's what makes us all different. Have I seen your bag? Oh yeah, the polka dots. The polka dots. I forgot about those. Yep, they are polka dots. And again, I'm trying to glue that down. I think I keep making my hole bigger. Let me put a big coat of glue on there. I'll put it on there heavy. Okay, so let me put my lid back on. I know, right? I'm a linguistic person. I tend to pick up, if I hear somebody talking a certain way, I pick up, you know, like their accent, or if I'm in like, you know, around somebody from a different country, I'll pick that sound up. My husband makes fun of me. Like, you know, I go to Kentucky or whatever, I'll come back, I'll be talking all Western, or, well, you know, Southern, Western, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's not really Western down there. Okay, so I'm going to use my gun real fast and dry it out real good. And I like using art glitter glue too, like I said, because it does create that more of like an acrylic coat to it. So yep, that's me. I pick up accents. Ooh, I keep sticking my fingers in it. Oh, that's so funny. I do love you, Lori. That's funny. I was like, that's what I was like, what? There's no R in it, Lori. You guys are so funny. I love this napkin. My let's see, my grandfather's aunt was named Maddie. Looks like a Kentucky name. Not Martha, not anything else. It was just Maddie. Sorry, y'all. I'm checking to make sure the sticky's gone. I want those sticky when I go to cut it. A couple thicker spots over here that. Oh, are you seriously, Lori Mae? Oh my gosh. I had a really close friend. Well, she passed away in 2009. Um, a really, really close friend, and her daughter's name is Lila Mae. Lila Mae. That's so funny. That is like so boondocky. Yep. Let's actually this Maddie, her grandmother's name was Matilda. I love it. I would never name my kid May, but I think it's cute. Okay. Let me wipe my board off a little bit and get some of this gunky off of it. Let me grab my cutter because it's huge. Oh. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to slide this through here. I'm going to start with my little 1-inchies down here. And again, I'm using this as my swing line. So I may have to slide it over a little bit because I'm trying to stay even here. at least on these little inchies down here on the side, which isn't easy when they're all crooked. Okay. Oh, okay. So see, there's my little 1 inchy, and this one I did cut a little, but I doesn't really bother me. I sort of like that it sticks out through the side, but I can always go through and trim it up. I'm not worried about that. And I'm actually will trim this one up. I can do it by hand. Trim it up, and I really sort of like this at the bottom, and you know, leading into there, because it's not like having a whole page of checks. I don't like the whole page of checks. So I'll probably use that as a small tag and a little bit bigger inchy tag, because that's not too bad. Throwing a little ink on it. And then these I'm just going to do in like little 3-inch bits. I love the little bitty ones, and maybe if I get this, I might go ahead and put grommets on some of them. And this one's going to be a really short one because it's got that back fold where the thing was at the top. So there's the little inchies. So how cute are those? So, I mean, you do get, you know, some of that background in the napkin. Now, let me hold the actual page up to you. So you can really see that check in there. Or even over here, you can see, you know, the blocks show through. So let me see how I want to do this. I'm going to turn this around this way. And let's see, I want to, I'm trying to decide how big I want to cut my tags. I am going to do 3.5, I think. So yeah, I'll do 3.5. 1. That's got a wet spot on it. I felt it stick when I went to move it. And 3.5. Yep, see, that's got some of this is one little area through here. Seems like it's got a wet spot. Let's see, let me trim this up right now and get it. Really? You guys are so fun. Let's see. Let's do like here. I'm going to do these at 2.5 because I want to do some different sizes. You don't want all your tags the same, obviously. Yep, that whole track right through there. I must have missed it when I was doing the gun. The rest of it seems like it's pretty dry. It's that one area where I hold it. That's so funny. Of all places. I don't know if I'm dull. Okay. Yep, I'm just dull. Let me cut this with scissors. I think I'm going to have to sharpen it. Let's see. Let me cut this little edge off here. I just have to, let's see. I know, right? It's okay. It was one little edge. Geesh. I can still get 2.5 out of it. I just need to sharpen it. It's because I was using it so much today. I usually sharpen it every time I do any major projects, but I cut all that paper today. So I'm going to leave that as a belly band. And see, look, you can see the text. See, you can see the text all through it. You can see the music. You can see the text. So, I mean, you really get a lot of dimensions by doing the layering that way. Okay. You are so funny. I'm going to snap this little end off here. And then let me see. I need to measure because I can't remember. Okay, these are right at 12 inches. So I'm just going to do them down the middle at 6. They look so cute, you guys. Let me get them all done. And see, those are perfect. I like sort of tall tags, sort of tall skinnies. And then I'll have, I've got the wider 3-inch ones here in a second that I'll do. Then we'll cut the corners. I'll leave some square. And then we'll cut the corners on some. Let's see, get in there. Look, aren't they cute? And then, and I like it because it goes with red, it goes with yellow, it goes with anything nature. I mean, you can use that in a lot of different journals. I mean, look at the colors you get. You've got pink, you've got green, you've got yellow, orange, red. Oh, look, that one this is the top. I have to cut that top part off. So there's another one here too somewhere. Yep, there's the other one. Let me go through on these and pull those part out. Okay. And because I'm going to cover these on the back, I'm just going to trim that little bitty edge. You know what? I'm not even going to use it with cutter. I'll do that with scissors. Oh, my. And I have that. I can use that to use for whatever I want to use it for. Ugh. I don't know what I'd use it for, but there's just certain things I don't like it. Okay, so there's that one. And I'm just trimming this little part off the bottom. And because I'm covering it with coffee dyed paper, I didn't even worry about where the crease was because that's going to cover. Yeah, and I mean, seriously, you guys seen what that paper looked like when I started. It was not the prettiest of paper. I mean, okay, at least not in my book. Maybe in some people's, it wasn't my favorite. Okay, so I have those, and I got my little inchies over here. Let's see. And there's some more because I have all these over here. Hold on, I've still got some over here I haven't pulled out yet. And here's these. So I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this one weird. I'm just going to put that to the side. I'm not even going to count that. 1, 2. So I have these inchies. So, I mean, I have some that are still sort of, plain. And I have these inchies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little inchies. And I could cut these, into smaller pieces and use them for paper clips. That type of thing. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2.5-inch tags. And 4, so I ended up with 10 big tags. I know, right? Okay. I'm not sure what's going on with my internet right now. It's really, really jerky. So I'll try to, hopefully you can. And then I'm just going to cut my corners. And then I just flip it upside down. I know, right? And I mean, that didn't take that long. I mean, that's a lot of tag bases for that amount of time. Okay. So there's that. So then I'm just going to go ahead and use the one piece I have and keep trimming away. My hands bother me, so it's not so easy to cut today. Normally I flip through doing that. And I just keep stacking it as I go. I don't even worry about it. So there's 2 cut. Yeah, we have severe storms coming tonight. So I'm not sure that's not what's going on. Yeah, it's supposed to be really bad tonight. So, but our temperatures are supposed to drop like 30 degrees. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oh, nice, Marty. Poor Ron. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with it. It's so glitchy. That's crazy. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Or is it just... Oh, we've got bad storms coming. Can you guys see that glitching? Is that just me? I don't know if it's me or if it's everybody. See that one I did a little longer. Let's see, there's those. It shouldn't be because I turned off my autofocus. Hold on. Let me see. Let me double check and see if my autofocus is off, and maybe that'll help. Yeah, I'm trying to. Well, if it sort of, then it may have. Yeah, I think it's auto turned itself back on because it's lost connection. I'm trying to get into it to turn that off. Give me a second, and I'll just keep cutting while I'm doing that, and y'all can. I'll try to flip them over. Let me see. Okay, hopefully that will help. It had turned the autofocus. Yeah, that's because it focuses on my hands. It had turned the autofocus back on. So I got it now. It's bright. Oh, really? Hold on. It probably turned my white balance off too when I did that. Yeah, that's like fire engine red bright. Yeah, it's not that actual bright. Well, I don't. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get the white balance turned back on. Give me a second. Okay, I'm keeping this one square. And I think I'm going to keep these two. Okay, so that is... Woohoo! Yeah, it does not like that pattern for whatever reason. I don't know why. Okay, let me switch to something else. But anyway, there we go. So those are all those. I'll cut and show you guys tomorrow. When I get them off. Yeah, you guys, we've got really, really loud thunder right now. And I think that's what it is. It's lightning and stuff too. So as much. Yeah. It's the weather, guys. So I'm going, because the weather, and I don't want to execute it or anything. I will go ahead and show you some of the papers that I have. I have a Polka Dotty. Polka Dotty. And see, there's a check. And I got another green polka dotty that I'm going to do. Then I've got stripes that I'm going to use. Then I have one that's just marble. So I might use that. Yeah, I'm glitching in and out, you guys. So have this. And I got some little polka dotty. Then I got some plaid. So I think I'm going to use this and make some blue and purple tags that I can use in my Alice in Wonderland. So old, and by no means is this all. So I'm going to, do some of these, like this one, because I want to make it for the Wonderland journal. It's purple in the background, which, a lot of that kit's purple. And then I'm going to use this napkin over the blue one, because I think that would be perfect in an Alice in Wonderland. And there is some purple in here, so it'll pull it out. And that's what I always try to match the background to some of the color in the background, unless it's like a black and white. So I'm going to do that. So I'll work on some more tomorrow, and then Thursday I'll have some to show you, and we're going to work on our steampunk loaded pocket and try to get that done. I know it's only 10:15, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and go because we're getting lightning really bad, and I think that's part of what's going on, why it's going crazy. And I don't want to risk my equipment. If my camera and all that goes, then I'm done for, a couple days so we can get everything settled. So yeah, I will work on some of this tomorrow, and I'll have some to show you Thursday. We'll finish steampunk journal. I will go ahead and put grommets in some of them and all of that. You guys stay safe, especially if you're what's going on. Mom, stay safe. You guys be careful. Everybody get feeling better and try to have a good day. Maybe tomorrow, sort of, if you watch the page for the Facebook group, I may try to go if it's not storming in the morning in the Facebook group. So we'll see. You guys have a great night. I will talk to you later. Love y'all. And thanks for tuning in. I don't have live tomorrow. It's Wednesday. I'll talk to y'all later. Night, guys.